Hello, today's date is 16, 16 August 2021 and my name is Nilesh Chanmanta Shinde and I am going to describe today's video topic. In that topic we discuss about what is the IOC, DI and many more. So first we see what is the DI. The DI is a dependency injection. In this DI, it is nothing but a design pattern, and in Java, the Spring is a dependency framework. By using this, we can create an application which is loosely coupled with each other. Suppose a DI means a dependency injection. In that, for example, uh, we have two classes. The first class is named as Ramu, and the second class is Gita. So, in the class Ramu, we have object of the class, which object class of the Gita. Then uh, the Gita, the class Gita is independent to other, and class Ramu, which is includes Gita. That means we can say that the Ramu is dependent or the partially dependent on the Gita. If there is no class of the Gita, then the Ramu cannot be executed. So this is a dependency. That means the one class is depends on the second. In Java language or in Spring language, which the Spring is capable to create or to make classes, make a object of the other classes and create a object. The Spring is capable to create an object, and it is the inject or it is insert in uh, in that some in that required classes by using the annotation. So this is known as a dependency injection, and this process is known as a IOC. That means inversion control, inversion object, inversion the control. So this is about the what is the DI and what is the IOC. Now we discuss about what is the uh, sorry. There are some types of the DI. The first type is the by using the we can create by using the constructor injection. In that we can use the number of constructor, and the second method is the by using the field injection, and the third one is get setter injection. So in that we can use the setter for the injection. So now we discuss about the what is the bean factory. The bean factory is consists a number of the bean factory is just like a bean is just like a factory class. In that they contain or they contain a number of beans or the number of collection of the beans, and by using this we can get objects or the some collections of the beans while they required, and it is the stores number of collections of the beans in that in bean factory, and when there is a request to get then it is provided that beans to according to requirement. And the next is the application constraint. The it is a similar like a bean factory, and in that we can see that there is some features or there is a all proper properties of the Bean Factory, and in that this stores uh, collections of the beans like a bean factory, and it is uh, it is stored with if there is no request to get, then it is at this condition it is also stored a bit. Now we discuss about the what is the uh, lazy eager and the lazy loading and the eager loading. The bean factory is a lazy eager. Um, that means it loads of beans when there is some request, or there is a demand for the beans. Then the bean factory will be get to start. But in a application context, it is a stored it is stored as a bin already, and it gives beans when it gives the beans when according to requirement. That is the difference between the beans and the beans and application context. Now we discuss about the what is the init method and the destroy method. We can uh, we can use in Spring Boot the init method and the destroy method. The init method and the destroy method is used when there is some XML configuration or the file which is in XML configuration. The, the init method it is a attribute specifies, and if this method is called when there is a there is a installation, there is a, there is a bin installation, and after that immediately the init method is called, and the destroy method is called there is a just before there the just before the container is removed from the uh, Java string. Then so that is all about the init and destroy method. Thank you.